So you remember yesterday how we said it doesn't matter if we have the initial value, right? We can use whatever value to start with as long as the time interval matches. So you can use the value that you know here as long as you adjust your growth rate to represent that time interval. I graduated in 2017 with a math degree, and I spent a year getting into the college basketball coaching world. And while I was doing that, I was actually substitute teaching as well. And I ended up being a long-term sub for actually it was the high school that I went to. And I loved every second of it. I loved being a teacher. I loved helping kids learn and having that long period of time where I could get to know the kids and build those relationships and stuff. And I just knew at that point, I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do. And then so I went back and finished my education degree at ISU, and then here we are. So what you are going to be doing next is an info gap, right? We've done info gaps before. One person is the problem card, one person is the data card. This is not on the poster. I'm just going to hand you one. Okay. You are going to be writing an equation that defines an exponential function. I love math because it's like a puzzle, I would say. I always compare it to a puzzle, right? There's a process, there's a final answer that you're going to get to that's going to look nice and pretty, but the process is super messy, right? And you have to pick your way through it and try to figure out what's the right path. You go down a wrong path, okay, I got to try something else. And that just process of trying to figure out what to do and how to do it really was something that I always enjoyed. I still do different kinds of puzzles and stuff today, just in my spare time, right? So that's just how my brain kind of functions.
In our society, we never hear somebody say, oh, I'm just not good at reading, because there's a social stigma to that. But yet all the time we hear people say, oh, I'm just not good at math, and it's okay. Why is that?
I think it comes from being able to have extra support using or doing simple mathematics every single day, right? You have that calculator in your pocket. If you don't know how to convert something, like whether it's kilograms to grams or whatever it is, you can just Google it and really quickly get all the answers you need, right? So people aren't being asked to use their math skills on a daily basis, right? And I think since that's kind of the line or the standard that society has set, I think that starts to get passed down. It's like, okay, you're not good at it, that's okay. You don't have to worry about it. You'll have extra support. You really won't need to use it that much. And then I think it just kind of continues to roll over and over and over.
What does a critical thinker look like in your classroom?
A student who wants to figure out whatever problem I give them without help right away. Right? I want them to sit there and think about it and struggle with it and really try to process what they already know that could help them solve the problem that they're working on. Right? So if a student sees a problem and they don't understand it, are they going first hey, I need help? Or are they really trying to pick apart using stuff, like I said, previous knowledge that they already have to kind of attack that problem and then solve it?
Now I'm going to put you on the spot, and I want some of your math knowledge to back up your answer to this question. Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
It's MJ, without a doubt. And LeBron is close. He's getting there. But you can't argue with the championships that MJ has. You can't argue with the scoring efficiency that he had. I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but it's one of those things where it's just you look at what MJ's done, you look at what LeBron's done, and I just think there's no comparison. I might be a little bit biased too. Growing up, we were watching MJ highlights all the time, and there's no comparison really.